So in the last 24 hours, happened last night, Yak Gotti was stabbed in a Fulton County jail. Now, it's not Rice Street. I know a lot of y'all are probably hearing rumors that it was Rice Street. Yak Gotti is not at Rice Street. He is actually being held at Annex, still in Fulton County. But I wanted to play this from Phil Holloway's YouTube channel. Make sure y'all go check him out. He does an amazing job over there inside the law. I was actually watching this live stream when everything went down. So a few minutes before this instance here, you could hear Doug Weinstein gets a phone call and he says, "Oh, I just got a phone call. It looks like it's Yak Gotti's mom." You know, if you don't know who she is, you know who she is. She's active on social media. She's appeared on a couple of videos with Kayla, and Doug Weinstein has mentioned her before. He gets a phone call from Yak's mom. And he's just kind of like, I'll get her. I'll take care of her here in a second. Then you see that he receives another phone call and he has to hop off of the stream real quick. And that's when this happens.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to drop off. I apologize. But
well, good night and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, Doug, listen, Godspeed. Good luck. We're going to be thinking about you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Phil,
for having me on. Rachel. Doug.
Always
Thanks,
good to see you. Okay. Take care, guys.
Maybe I'll stop by tomorrow.
And that was a quick instance where it happened. And someone mentioned it in the chat. You could see his demeanor change after he got a phone call and even right there. So that's when Doug got the news. And then he verified this morning on his TikTok account that Yak had indeed got stabbed. Here we go.
So, yes, if you have seen the news, Diamante was stabbed in jail last night in Union City.
It's terrible, man.
Fulton County Jail, I guess they call it Annex. I did get to speak to him briefly last night. He sounded tired. He was alert. When I spoke to him, he was at the jail getting ready to be transported to the hospital for some stitches. I don't know his full medical condition. I don't know the results of what happened at the hospital. It's very, very difficult, nigh impossible, to get information from the hospital on these things. Traveling to the hospital makes no difference. I tried that with Grady the last time there was the car accident and was told that would be pointless. So I will see him in court today, and I should know more then, but please pray for him. Pray for everybody that's locked up in our Fulton County jail system.
Yeah, and we did a lot on this channel talking about what's going on in the Fulton County jail system, specifically Rice Street and the Department of Justice investigation into what's going on in Fulton County. Hopefully they do a county-wide investigation as a result of what's going on in Rice Street, because as you guys can see, this not only is this not the first time, but this won't be the last. And a light being shed on the injustice that goes on inside the jail system is much needed. And we definitely got to say a prayer for Yak Gotti. I wanted to read a little bit more information about what happened and what news we have behind Yak Gotti's current condition. And this was just updated a couple of hours ago by News 2 right here in Atlanta. They say rapper Yak Gotti stabbed at Fulton County Jail Annex. Multiple sources confirmed to Channel 2 Action News that Diamante Kendrick, who raps under the name Yak Gotti, was stabbed on Sunday, last night. The stabbing happened at the Fulton County Jail South Annex in Union City, not the main facility on Rice Street. Sources told Channel 2's Michael Seaton that Kendrick suffered minor injuries and he's expected to be in court on Monday as jurors continue to deliberate his fate in the Young Slime Live trial. Hey, shout out to Yak Gotti, man. Pushing through. He is in court today. So we may see him if we get a decision from the jury. I don't think Judge Whitaker's planning on doing anything in court today. I can't imagine that she would, but we'll be waiting to hear that. And hopefully we'll get to be able to see that he is doing well. Around 8:45 a.m. today, Channel 2 Action News received the following statement from the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. They say Diamante Kendrick, also known as rapper Yak Gotti, and another jail resident were in a physical altercation on Sunday, December 1st. Kendrick received treatment for minor injuries from a sharp object at Fulton County Jail. The incident occurred at the South Annex in Union City, where both men were being housed. Kendrick will be in court today. This is an active investigation to determine the aggressor and this incident, and if charges will be pending. All right, Kendrick and Shannon Stillwell are the two defendants remaining in the YSL trial, which is the longest criminal trial in the state's history. Last week, prosecutors and defense attorneys wrapped up their closing arguments. Jurors began deliberating on Tuesday afternoon, but decided to head home on Wednesday for Thanksgiving break. Deliberations are expected to resume today. Now, we do have Michael Seaton. He's over here on X breaking some of this news. And it looks like I'm hearing rumors that he may have been denied some type of medical treatment. I'm still not sure the validity of that, and we're going to keep an eye out and see what happened there. But as you guys can see, Michael Seaton said multiple sources confirmed that Yak Gotti was stabbed Sunday at the Fulton County Jail. And this is something I thought was interesting as well, and we're going to get into here in a second. Yak Gotti's co-defendant, Shannon Stillwell, was also stabbed last year. Y'all may remember we covered this and talked about this during the trial. Shannon was a victim of a stabbing, and we got to see the actual video of that at some point during this trial as well. Pretty sad things that are going on here. Thankfully, Yak Gotti was able to get treatment for that. But I want to go back into what happened to Shannon Stillwell, because again, this isn't the first time this happened, and unfortunately, it's probably not going to be the last. Shout out to, again, News 2 here in Atlanta, said the murder suspect identified as inmate accused of stabbing YSL co-defendant multiple times. And that was Shannon Stillwell that was stabbed. Let's go ahead and look at this video, see what happened.
In the YSL gang case is in the hospital after he was stabbed at the Fulton County Jail. He's one of several people accused of running Young Slime Life, an accused gang. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live outside of Grady Memorial Hospital. And
Michael Seiden, excuse me, Michael.
Fiancé about his condition.
That's right, Wendy. In the last hour or so, I was on a Zoom with Shannon Stillwell's fiance. She told me she's still shaken by what happened. She says her loved one was actually stabbed once in the stomach, once in the back, and then he went undergone surgery for 2 hours, but he is now making a recovery. Meantime, Fulton County Sheriff's Office still trying to determine the circumstances surrounding this violence.
I love you, and I'm praying for you. I'm by your side.
The fiance of YSL defendant Shannon Stillwell says she is still shaken but grateful that her loved one is alive after he was stabbed multiple times overnight at the Fulton County Jail.
I found out he was stabbed in his back and in his stomach, and he was in surgery for 2 hours.
Investigators with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office says it all happened during a fight involving Stillwell and another fellow inmate, now identified as Willie Brown. Brown, who is charged with murdering someone in East Point, is accused of using a shank to stab Stillwell multiple times.
Let me go ahead and take roll for the morning.
In court this morning, Stillwell was visibly absent. His attorneys and prosecutors seen here as they met with the judge. Moments later, the jury was sent home for the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a medical issue come up with one of our participants, so I'm going to have to recess for today, okay?
Guys, this is the second time that Shannon Stillwell has been stabbed in the custody of the Fulton County Jail. Last time happened in the summer of 2022. Now, his fiance says she doesn't understand how this could have happened because he was supposed to be in protective custody. Well, I've reached out to the sheriff's office. I'm getting an answer from officials there, and that'll be part of the story on Channel 2 Action News at 5 o'clock. For now, we are live in downtown Atlanta. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Michael, thank you.
Michael
and more
Seiden.
now on the disruptions that have plagued the YSL RICO case. Judge Ural Glanville recessed early for the day last Wednesday after a juror expressed concern she could be seen in video she found on social media. The judge warned jurors to stay off of social media. Testimony began November 29th after 10 months of jury selection and drama-filled motions. A defense attorney was arrested for trying to bring prescription drugs into the courtroom, and some public defenders have asked to be taken off the case, saying they aren't being paid enough.
This whole trial has been absolutely insane. And that's just, again, a drop in the bucket on what has happened. And now this next video I'm going to show y'all, it is a little hard to watch, going in, again, into the history of violence in these Fulton County jails. So if you have an issue seeing certain types of violence, this video is going to be tough to watch because they actually have a video of some of the stabbings that took place in the Fulton County Jail. Y'all check this one out from Fox 5 in Atlanta. And this happened back in August of last year in the same Fulton County system. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you.
Renderly's attorney says they plan to appeal the decision.
Another inmate death inside the Fulton County Jail. Alexander Hawkins is the 7th inmate death this year. Fulton County Jail officials say they discovered 66-year-old
they talked about this in
Hawkins
the DOJ
unresponsive
report.
in the medical unit Thursday morning. Atlanta police say Hawkins was arrested July 31st. He was initially taken to the Atlanta City Jail on a shoplifting charge, but then was later taken to the Fulton County Jail.
This man, oh my gosh, this man got picked up for shoplifting, y'all. We talked about this when we went through the Department of Justice report. This man was picked up for shoplifting, lost his life. Just because he was transferred. And we don't even know. I mean, he's gone now. We don't even know if he was guilty or innocent of that. Obviously, he's innocent until proven guilty. This is so sad, man.
No information is known on his medical condition, but retired jail manager Charles Rambo acknowledges some inmates come into the Rice Street Jail already sick.
We have a lot of inmates that are coming into the jail with pre-existing conditions that they otherwise would not be able to afford health care on the street.
The Fulton County Medical Examiner will complete an autopsy on Hawkins soon. Now, this news comes as Fox 5 has obtained new video of another violent encounter inside the Fulton County Jail, this time involving weapons.
A former Fulton County prosecutor says the video shows just how easy it seems to be to carry out an assault. Fox 5's Morris Diggs has this exclusive story.
What you are about to see is not a fight, it is an assault with weapons being used. This is ugly, but unfortunately not all that unusual.
It is frightening to think that it has become that easy to attack somebody in the Fulton County.
Can y'all imagine being in this situation? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Is ugly, but
10 dudes. You think you tough? I don't want to be there. What are you going to do at this point? There's nothing you can
being
do.
used. This is ugly, but unfortunately
dudes.
not all that unusual.
It is frightening to think that it has become that easy to attack somebody in the Fulton County Jail and for us to see it.
Because as attorney Ash Joshi notes, someone recorded the assault inside the Fulton County Jail.
There was weapons involved in that video. You could see by the way people were coming down on that young man's back.
Perhaps pieces of metal like these, confiscated items, or something as simple as a toothbrush. Fox 5 does not know how long this attack went on. There is no staff immediately evident. Joshi says when he was serving as an assistant district attorney, the overcrowding problem, how many officers to cover inmates, was not as severe as present day.
That ratio makes it such that the deputies are concerned for their own safety first, because if one of them rushes into that situation that we saw in the video, now that deputy's in danger.
For anyone with a family member inside the Rice Street Jail, what Joshi explained next is sobering.
We used to at least be able to say to the people charged with lesser offenses that, hey, you're going to be in a section of the jail where probably not too many bad things going on. But that section of the jail doesn't exist anymore. Unfortunately, this video is just emblematic of things that are happening at that jail from the first floor up to the 7th floor. Your son is going to a place where the authorities cannot ensure their safety. It's really unthinkable that we have a situation like that anywhere in the United States.
The sheriff's office has said next to nothing about this video. Just to confirm, it's a recent incident and is under investigation. From Northwest Atlanta, I'm Morris Diggs, Fox 5 News.
All right, and there it is for Fox 5. Again, this is a glaring issue, and I think it's not just in Fulton County. Let's be real, because only reason we're talking about this and there's being a light being shown on this right now is because this is the longest trial in Georgia's history. One of the people involved in this YSL trial is in the Fulton County system, and he was recently stabbed. Otherwise, there wouldn't be coverage on this. We wouldn't be talking about it, and it would just be another day in the office. So